Hello guys and welcome to a new video and welcome to a new episode of Guitar of the Month. You asked and I delivered. So of course, after the trip and taking care of business for 2 weeks, my schedule got a little hectic. So I did an Instagram poll and I asked you guys, what did you guys want to see this weekend? And you guys voted for Guitar of the Month. And that makes me happy because I know you guys really enjoy this series. And boy, do I have a guitar to show you. Anyway, today's a very special day because today it's my furry little friend's birthday and he's turning 3 today, so you better show him some love in the comment section below. Anyway, so today we're doing something a little bit different. I am actually going to be showing you and reviewing a Fender Stratocaster guitar. And for some reason, they don't get a lot of love in metal channels and stuff like that. But a Stratocaster is a very versatile guitar. But this one is crazy versatile. And you'll see in a minute. Okay, so let me introduce you. This is a Fender American Standard Stratocaster VG. Now, if you're familiar with the Stratocaster design and model, you'll notice this is basically an American Standard Stratocaster. Nothing spectacular there. But this one is very special because of that VG part. VG actually stands for virtual guitar and it's got a lot to do with this pickup right here. So back in 2010, I was actually working at Sam Ash as a guitar department manager, and I was actually saving up money and buying instruments because I wanted to start building and working at my own studio. I was working at a friend's studio, but it wasn't the same. I wanted my own, you know? And of course, I figured I've got a couple of Gibsons, I've got a couple of really cool metal guitars, but I do need a really nice Stratocaster. So of course, I had my eye on an American Standard Stratocaster, which is basically the standard Stratocaster everybody's played. It's made in USA, it sounds really good, it's got really good quality control. And of course, working at a guitar store, I actually had the chance to try out many different guitars and choose the one I preferred, the one I thought sounded or played the best. So I started saving up money. It's no easy feat to get about $1,400 together for a guy working on retail and going to college. Of course, because of the fact that I was a guitar department manager at Sam Ash, I would definitely get a break on it. But it wasn't that much, it was like 20% off or something like that. On different brands, you would actually get like 40 or 50% off, but not on Fender, not on Gibson. None of the big brands actually do that. So of course, I was open to the option of buying a used one. And of course, because of the fact that I was the guitar department manager, every used guitar that would come into the store, it would have to be looked over by me first. So one random day, this guy walked in holding a guitar case that said Fender on it. So immediately it caught my attention. So I approached him and I said, you know, can I help you and stuff? And he pulls out this guitar and tells me it doesn't work. It's too complicated. I want to trade this in for an acoustic guitar instead. And I said, okay, cool. How much do you want for the guitar? And the guy's like, I want an even trade for a Taylor 114 CE. And sadly, I guess, we didn't actually have the guitar in stock. So I go into the computer and the system showed that the guitar was actually back ordered for a couple of months. But good old Pat had one. So I told him, you know, I am actually looking for a Stratocaster myself. And personally, I do own a Taylor 114 CE. So if you're willing to wait, I can go pick it up at my place and you can try out my guitar, I can try out your guitar, and if, you know, you're still interested, we'll just do the switch. And he's like, yeah, I got no place to go and I really want an acoustic. So I hopped on my car, I went home, I brought the guitar in, and of course my manager was like, what the hell are you doing? So I explained the whole situation and he tells me, you know you can't do that, right? And I told him, well, you know, the guitar's not in stock and he wants the guitar now. It's either this or he'll walk. And he's like, yeah, whatever, you owe me a coffee. I was like, dude, no problem. So yeah, even trade, right? Sounds great. And this guitar is actually worth a lot more money than the Taylor 114 CE he wanted for it. But I gotta tell you, I wasn't too happy about this. So I figured, whatever, it's still an American Standard Stratocaster. The only thing that's added is this and these two pots. So if it sucks, I can always take him out, replace the pick guard, and make it a regular American Standard Stratocaster. The only thing that was gonna be different is the serial number. So I was already on the system looking for a pick guard to make it a regular Standard Stratocaster. Because I mean, it's no secret, I love David Gilmour. And he had one just like this on the Live at Pompeii videos of Echoes. And that was the song that really got me into Pink Floyd. So I was in love with this guitar. Maple neck, perfect. Black with a white pickguard, no problem. American, hell yeah. Great pickups, great sound. I was hooked, but I wasn't too thrilled about this. First of all, I thought it was gonna break. Secondly, I thought it was gonna sound like dog shit. And third, the guy said it was too complicated, so I figure it probably is. Also, once I picked it up, I mean, the guitar is mint, it's still to this day. But when I flipped it, I was like, what the hell is all of this? So yeah, here's the electronics for the pickup. This is actually brushed steel, which I really like. I've never seen this on any other Stratocaster. And this is for the batteries. It actually takes 4 AA batteries for it to run the Roland pickup. Okay, so I decided to take it for a spin, plug it in, and see what it sounds like. And this is what it sounds like as a Stratocaster by itself. Just a regular American Standard Strat. Okay, it sounds like a Strat. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. So at this point, I was like, yeah, let's do this. So if I replace the pickguard and the pod, and I got rid of the pickup, I could probably sell the pickup on eBay or Reverb, online basically, and make some money back. Now, one of the very cool things about this guitar is the guitar actually works without the batteries. Just a regular standard Strat. But once you put the batteries on, that's when it really becomes special. So I decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to spend a lot of money on a pickguard and getting rid of the pickup and stuff like that. Let me just try it out beforehand and see if it actually sucks. Because it might actually be okay. And if so, I'll just keep it and save my money. And I am so glad I did. Because, dude, this guitar is amazing. So let's check it out. Okay, so we got to put the batteries. It takes 4 AA batteries. That kind of sucks. I mean, it adds a little bit of weight to the guitar, which I don't mind. I mean, I'm used to the Les Paul weights anyway. But you just got to know that you have to have 4 batteries laying around that are fully charged for it to work. Okay, so here we go. So now you can see the LED light up. Okay, so as it is now, regular Stratocaster. This is not engaged. So this is always on. That kind of annoys me. But whatever. Regular Stratocaster. Perfect. Okay, so now we have 2 pots here. One of them's got a T on it and the other one's got an M. The T is for the tuning, because you can actually change tunings on this guitar on the fly, and that's amazing. And then the M is for model. So on the M you have Stratocaster, which engages the pickup, but it still sounds like a Stratocaster. So I am sure you're thinking, Pat, what's the point? You're already playing a Stratocaster. And you're right, that's the first thing that pops into my head. But it actually engages the pickup. So now, it sounds like a Stratocaster. It sounds like the guitar itself, or very, very close to it. But now, it's noiseless, and you can actually mess with the tunings. I'll show you the tunings later on. Let's keep on going. So now we have T for Telecaster. Way more twang to it. And of course, a lot more bottom end. And a little bit more gain too. So now we get to the H, which is humbucker. It's not a Les Paul sound by any means. I mean, it's still a Stratocaster, but it sounds like if this Stratocaster had humbuckers on it, which is not the same as the sound of a Les Paul guitar. I just wanted to clarify that, because a lot of people say, I could just put a Gibson pickup on my Fender Stratocaster and make it sound like a Les Paul. No, you can't. We'll try all of these with a lot of gain. I just wanted to show you how it sounded like clean first. And check this out, this last one is actually acoustic. And by the way, the pickup switch actually works on all of the models. And now acoustic, since of course the acoustic guitars don't have pickups, you actually get 5 different models of acoustic guitars. I know I should have done my research, I forgot what they are, but they do sound very different. Check this out. I mean, they sound really good. Okay, and that takes us to the tuning knob. I couldn't believe how good it actually was. Let's get some distortion going, shall we? Okay, so this is the regular Stratocaster by itself. Everything is off. And of course, it's a little bit noisy. I've got the noise gate engaged, so that's why it's really quiet now, but look. You can really hear that really distinctive Stratocaster 60 cycle hum. And it sounds really, really good. pure Stratocaster tone. Okay, so now we'll try the VG Stratocaster. That's a lot quieter. You can tell already that the 60 cycle hum, it's gone. So yeah, I was actually very worried about two things. First of all, I thought it was going to be slow to map. I don't know if you're familiar with some of the low-end MIDI stuff, but they're very slow to track, which means that if you play slow, it'll play all of the notes perfectly, no problem. But once you start playing fast, it won't hear it as good, or it won't play it as good. It won't track, basically, as good. It won't map it, which means that, you know, you'll be playing a lot of notes, but it can't keep up with you. So not all of the notes are going to come across. This one, however, has no problem with that. Any notes that sounded awful is because I didn't play it right. Now mind you, back then I played a lot faster than I do now. And also, I was afraid that it wasn't going to map all the bends as well. But it does it perfectly. Even the pinch harmonics sound really, really good. Very good job. The one thing I don't like is this. But other than that, I think it sounds great. Now check this out. Let's try the humbucker. It has no problem keeping up with me. I mean, this is all digital and it's only running on 4 AA batteries. There's nothing really crazy going on there. This is the guitar by itself and it's doing it on real time, no software required. I can plug this into any regular old amplifier and it'll do the same thing, just as well. Okay, so now the piece of resistance. Check this out. I can actually change the tunings on the fly. So it's got 5 different tunings that it'll do. 6 if you include the regular standard tuning. So you've got standard tuning, drop D tuning, check this out. That's awesome. Okay, so this next one is Open G, which works way better on a clean guitar. But basically, it's used a lot for slide guitar. I do actually own a slide, I just don't know where it is, but I can't really play slide, but I'll mess around with it. Let me just get some clean tones for you. Don't judge me on that. Okay, so this next one is actually open D tuning, which is also used on clean guitar and stuff like that. I think some songs from the 70s actually use this tuning a lot, like Led Zeppelin and Kansas and bands like that. It's basically standard tuning, but these two, instead of being E's, are D's. So it's D, A, D, G, B, D. I have no use for that, but it sounds really good. Now this one's actually B, so it's a baritone guitar, which means for you guys out there, it's like having a 7-string guitar. This is a B, this is an E, A, D, G, and B again. So let's get some metal going. So now, if I need to play a song that's actually played on a 7-string and I don't need the high string, I can actually definitely do it. And also, something that's really, really cool that I forgot to mention. If I tune the guitar down a half a step, it'll stay in tune, which means that let's say I'm on standard E now. and I want to drop it to a B, which it is now, and I need to play a song that's on A sharp or B flat, all I have to do is just downtune the guitar a half step, set it to B, and it'll be B minus the half a step that I actually physically downtune the guitar to. And it sounds really good, it tracks just as well. So I could play some Cannibal Corpse on A sharp just by flicking that and tuning the guitar down half a step. That's ridiculous, that's really awesome. And then the last tuning is actually 12 string. Of course, it sounds better on acoustic or clean. So we'll try that out. I am really gonna get copyrighted if I keep playing these songs.
No! No! No!
The only thing I wish they had is a version 2 of this, or maybe even an update for this, so that we could change the tunings that are preset to the guitar. Because honestly, I know a lot of the blues guys are probably loving the fact that we have the open G on the open D, but I have no use for them. So I would love to have like E flat or maybe standard D or standard C sharp added to this. It would be a lot more useful for us metal guys. Anyway, needless to say, I love this guitar. I think this is a great studio tool. I mean, to have it around in the studio and play around with different tunings and stuff like that, it's really, really useful. And also, it gives you a chance to try out different sounds. And it's so easy to play. I mean, I do have a 12-string guitar, but it's so hard, it's really tough. I gotta get used to it, you know, the string spacing. You gotta really press really hard. It gets you really tired. Your muscles get sore. With this guy, you just set it on 12 and you're good to go. So yeah, this is an awesome guitar. So if you're looking for a very special guitar to add to your arsenal, this is the way to go. This is awesome. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please drop me a like if you did. Please drop me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this guitar and other guitars too. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to this channel like a man if you haven't yet. And if you want to become a part of the team and really help the channel out, make sure you hit that join button down there. A little goes a long way and is very well appreciated. And if you don't want to become a member but you still want to donate, there's my PayPal down below. I'll see you guys next time. Pat out, metal on, dudes.